What's good, my fellow manga enjoyers, and welcome back to the manga bedroom. Today we're gonna take a look at my updated manga collection in a two-part series. This is of course part 1, and we're gonna start off with Berserker. Berserk is absolutely one of my favorite mangas, definitely top 5 in my entire collection. If you guys want to make me see a top 10 at one point, just let me know in the comments. I would love to do so. I've got book 1 up until 7 of the deluxe editions. There are 2 more out at this particular point in time, but I don't have those yet. I should really buy them. You're taking a look right now at the premium little sheet that you get with every book, which is really awesome. It has a little description, Kentaro Miura description, Berserk description, and it is different every time, so that's really cool. Take a look at the artwork here. If you decide to read Berserk, you get the absolute best of the best in regards to artwork. As you can see here, it looks absolutely stunning every single time. But we're going to move on really quick here to Nausicaa Valley of the Wind, the Studio Ghibli manga, which is pretty unique. I think this is the only Studio Ghibli physical manga that you can buy at this particular time. I'm not too sure though. What I do know for sure though is that this is just a really relaxing manga to read. I would highly recommend to read this like before you go to bed. I mostly use it for that purpose. It is just really calming. It is about an adventure. There is of course action. It's by no means boring. I don't really like the really small panels that are used. I would like them to be a little bit more spread out. But we're already moving on here to Blum. This is not a review. I've got volume 1 up until 4. This is going super fast here. It has a really unique art style. It is one of the most beautiful ones, and for comparison's sake, take a look at a normal Attack on Titan volume here in size. Those books are really big and kind of expensive as well, but it is worth it in my opinion if you take a look at that gorgeous artwork. I also really like that the front and the back are like the character's front view and his back view. And we are going to take a look. Yeah, it does contain some color pages, not a lot though. Then we're going to move on to Baka Monogatari, which is originally a light novel, I do believe, but it is also a manga form if you're into that. I personally didn't really enjoy the first volume for some reason. I can't really explain why, but we're going to move on to The God's Lie. The God's Lie is not a one shot because it is a one chapter, but it is one volume, so a really cheap full read if you're into that. I don't have too much money to spare, but it is a really wholesome story and really tragic at the end, so I highly recommend it. Then we have Cells at Work, manga I really do enjoy. Super unique concept, of course, because you do get that awesome. It basically is about cells in your body and defeating viruses, even cancer and that kind of stuff, which can be, because it's such a sensitive subject, a little bit, I don't know. I didn't really know how to feel about that part, but most of the time it is really scientifically accurate and just really fun, especially in these times. Then we have Drifting Dragons, which has a terrible anime adaptation. I don't know story-wise, but just animation wise it is all CGI. You should definitely read the manga if you're going for the most beautiful look here, but look at the artwork, it's really great. Then we're going to move on to Erased, which I lost the cover of, the cover that you put outside of the book, and I even got this as a gift, so it's pretty negligent of me, but the manga is really good. I do hear that especially the second part of Erased, the anime, gets a lot of flack. We're going to see here Vinland Saga 1 through 9. This is one of my favorite mangas as well, definitely up there with Berserk, and one other one that we're gonna see in this part as well. Vinland Saga obviously also really top tier artwork, SSS tier. It looks so awesome. And the story is really good. I do feel like the first 3 volumes were super good, and then it went downhill a little bit from there. But we're moving on to the Bleach box set here, volume 1 to 20 and 21. I can't fit it in the Bleach box. It's pretty funny. For some reason, I can't fit it in. I don't know why. It seems like the box set has shrunken or something. Yeah, taking a look at the artwork, Bleach always has really stunning artwork. The best of the big 3 in my opinion. And of course with the new animation drop that is coming out of the 1000-year Blood War arc or something, I don't know. A lot of hype behind Bleach right now. Tokyo Ghoul box set Numero Uno, which Tokyo Ghoul is in my opinion one of the most aesthetically pleasing mangas of all time, and a must read because it is a lot better than the anime adaptation, and you're missing out on a lot, especially in Re, but we'll get into that later. Taking a look at the artwork here, it looks alright in the beginning, but towards Re it gets even better, and just it's super artistic, so I really like Tokyo Ghoul. It's a really unique experience to read. Here we have the Tokyo Ghoul Re box set. The back is absolutely gorgeous. Take a look at that like painty, washed out look on the back. Super cool. And we're gonna open it up here in a second and take a look at the volumes. And this one is even more aesthetically pleasing than the first one. Can you believe it? Take a look at this. And I don't know if you guys are able to spot the difference in artwork here, but in my opinion there has got a lot of improvement in the artwork of Sui Ishida. And Tokyo Ghoul Re is just an awesome read, definitely just as good as Tokyo Ghoul itself in my opinion. Then we're gonna take a look at the Full Metal Alchemist box set, volumes 1 up until 27. The biggest box set I own and I know of actually. It's really great. The only one that is, oh no, Naruto also has a double stack box set actually, but I'm currently reading the light novel, so that's why it's missing if you're wondering. But this includes a light novel, which is the only box set that does, that I own. You get the series, of course, as you can see, you get a poster and a novel, so really complete one. But this one is also super complete, of course, the Akira 35th anniversary box set, which I got really late, but they keep reprinting it, so I'm not mad at all that I managed to own it. Because we're gonna take a look at what's inside. Here you see the sheet. You get volumes 1 through 6, really big ones obviously. You get an art book, you get a patch and no poster I believe. But I don't mind at all with what's included in this here. I don't really know what I should do with this. I keep it in the plastic wrapping, but it is really cool and it feels really premium. Then you also get a art book, the Akira Club art book, which I have heard was really rare before this box set included it, but now of course a lot of people have it, and it is absolutely gorgeous. You see some sketches and some covers and just a lot of original art in it as well, which is really cool to see. Not only like recycled art of just colored in art, which you do sometimes see in art books. Then you get the official Akira volumes. It is a must read. It's not one of my absolute favorite mangas because it's so old, but it is definitely artwork wise, it is top tier. And it's just a must read if you're a manga or anime fan because it is so groundbreaking. Then moving on to Grand Blue Dreaming here. Grand Blue Dreaming is the only manga that has made me laugh more than 5 times in one volume, I guess, out loud. That's how funny this is. This is basically about a friend group that is drinking a lot, that is joking around a lot, that is doing a lot C-related, so it's really awesome. Rurouni Kenshin 1 through 9. Rurouni Kenshin is one of the better shonens out there for sure. It's absolutely awesome. The artwork is great, the story is great. I do understand why some of you don't want to support it, of course, but then just read it online or buy it secondhand or something. But it is absolutely great if you get your hands on it because it is one of the better shonens really. Dragon Ball Z, of course, one of my first animes that I ever watched. I still really love it. I know some people think it's overrated and stuff, but I just really thoroughly enjoy reading it and watching it as well. In the Visbigs, as you all know, you get some color pages. You don't only get color pages. There's a lot of just black and white, so don't worry about that. Then we got Delicious and Dungeon Volume 1. I haven't read it yet. I do know it's about cooking and dungeon exploring, and I don't really know much more about it. The artwork is solid, but not as tier. But it is probably a nice read. We've got here Blue Period, which I haven't read as well, but this also recently got a Netflix adaptation, so an anime is also available if you'd like to consume it that way. It is a really unique concept at least. Then we got Toriko Volume 1 and Mob Psycho Volume 1. Then here we have Dragon Ball Super Volume 1 through 14. Dragon Ball Super again gets a lot of flack, but I still really like it. Especially in which direction Dragon Ball Super is going right now with the whole Morok and mirrors actually. But I choose to keep up with the manga and not the chapter scans, so I am lacking a bit behind you online readers, so please don't spoil me, but I do really like Dragon Ball Super. Then we got the Hikaru no Go 1 through 23, which I haven't read yet. I just recently picked it up second hand, because this is starting to get really rare. So I thought let's get this out of the way, especially because Viz is not printing a lot lately, so this is really not a high priority for them right now. So I need to secure it. Then we get Mashle, I think it's pronounced that way, which is a brand new Shonen Jump manga, which only has 2 volumes right now. And it has pretty decent artwork. Again, it has a really unique style, but it is not really the best artwork you're ever gonna see. I don't know a lot about, because again, I have not read this yet. Promised Neverland, however, I have read for sure, just as Food Wars. I also have read volumes 1 up until 5, and the Untitled of Whistle I have also read. So I can tell you about those. Starting off with Promised Neverland. Promised Neverland is really underrated, especially the beginning, because the latter half of it, a lot of people don't like it for some reason. I can kind of understand it, but the whole series gets flagged because of it, and I don't think that's fair, because it is a really intriguing and a nice read. Promised Neverland, you must read it. It's really fun, so don't get scared because people hate on the second half. Then we have here Food Wars, which is also just pretty fun. Nothing too deep, but it is a really fun read with also great artwork. Take a look at this. I really like this shonen style. It's just doesn't have to be super complicated, but just very well made. Then over here we have Whistle, which is a manga that I guess not a lot of you guys own. It is a super awesome soccer manga which you must read. If you are a soccer fan or play soccer, this is a must read. A great physical release of a soccer sports manga, which is extremely rare. I can't even think of another one. There are other mangas like Blue Lock and stuff, and Days, but those are mostly anime or online scans. But Whistle is one of the best soccer mangas out for sure. We got Silent Voice, and we've got Monster and Shaman King, which I have read Monster and I have read Silent Voice for sure. So starting off with that, it comes in a bit of a cardboard type box set, and you get all of the including volumes. This is absolutely a must read for every and anyone. I don't care who you are. Silent Voice is a great manga. It is just, I think even like high school kids or stuff should read this. This is just absolutely a great story about bullying, about just what kind of consequences that has for someone's life later on. So it is an absolute must read. It is super well written and it really had left an impact on me. Then we've got Monster, one of my favorite manga, if not my favorite manga in the entire world. It is an absolute Naoki Urasawa masterpiece, the best Naoki Urasawa manga out there. But I love all Naoki Urasawa works. His writing style, his mystery style, it is just so awesome. An absolute must read, great stuff. Shaman King I haven't read, of course. Bro, I bought the Dutch editions here, as you can see, because there were no English editions. They were super out of print. And now Kodansha comes out with these stream ones, and I got this for basically nothing. So no problem, I'll cope with it again. But now that was the first part. If you like this, please subscribe to see the second part. I love to be back making videos again, and I am really thankful for you guys watching again. I love to hear what you think about it in the comments, and keep on reading, guys. I know sometimes it's hard with all the distractions, but manga's worth it, guys. See you next time. Bye.